Hello there, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Spit Talk podcast. My name is Jan.
My name is Aaron, and no
And
Kai.
no Kyle today. Yeah,
But
I
it's
know.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess. Let's get, no, we're just,
The show must go on.
the show
kinda.
must go on because we've been fucking absent.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's our last one was the 11th. So
Was it?
basically, yeah.
I
I
didn't
looked
even-
at our Spotify. I was like, damn, we haven't shot in like about a week and a half already.
No way. Okay. Well, I need to update this. Oh, you put it, did you put it already?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna put it.
But
now.
update our listing. Update
Yeah.
our listing on our 2022. How many episodes we've been tracking just
God,
ourselves.
It's already April, and we're way behind people.
What was our goal? You said 50?
I said no. I said like, I said to reach 100th episode. No.
Oh,
that's not what I said.
100. Okay.
No, did I say that? I don't remember what I said anymore. But it's a big number. I thought we would reach it by this point, but I guess not. I'm just glad we're doing something, like instead of just stopping again. Remember we
Yeah,
started doing videos and then like just
No, that's
stopped,
fine.
and then
Yeah.
we're trying to.
No, but this thing is pretty interesting though. But like, we're at episode 31, the last one. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out. It's episode 31 that's posted right now. Then this is going to be episode 32. So I think our goal was 50. So we're almost there, and we're reaching the halfway of the year. So we're getting there. So I think when summer hits, for sure, we'll probably put more out. And again, we'll see how our schedules are. Because again, we are doing this from a distance from all of us, so scheduling is always the main concern. But anyways,
True.
enough about this. We have a lot to talk about that I thought would be pretty interesting just to talk about in general. So but the first thing that we were talking earlier, Jan and I, before we actually talked we started our session, is we talked about video games, and right now he's currently on no, he's currently on the WWE, and like he was just showing me a thing. Like we don't have to go into that, but it just sparked a question, and we were talking about prior to that was the Dumbledore one, and we saw the trailer of the new Harry Potter game that's gonna come out. So we haven't talked video games that much about this, but what was your initial take on it?
Oh yeah, the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
the
that thing looks
gameplay
so
and
good.
stuff.
I know. We haven't had a Harry Potter game, or I don't know, but the last one I played was like PS3, I think, and it was pretty good. It was Order of the Phoenix, like it was open world kind of thing, and like it was just the Order of the Phoenix story, and it was it was fun being like Harry, but this one is like it's almost like a Grand Theft Auto in the Harry Potter world where you're
Yeah.
creating your own character. Dude, I am fucking excited, man. It looks so good.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like when I first saw it, I did have that Grand Theft Auto like feel to it, and the whole idea of like sorting the sorting hat and all that stuff. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Like what house we're gonna be in. I think the premise of the video game is like these gremlins or something, or goblins are trying to take over the wizarding world in a sense. So if you guys haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out. It seems pretty cool. And like graphic wise, it's like a super big upgrade of since the last time we saw a Harry Potter game. Because mine was like I think Goblet of Fire. I played it with my brothers on the freaking GameCube or something. So that was like
was it
my
really?
last. Yeah.
Jeez.
So that was when we were playing Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and we literally had to like let's say one person's on a block, like the other two had to lift the block with Wingardium Leviosa, and like dude, that game was pretty all right. So but
Nice.
like I think the magic behind it and how the magic, or like just the magic in general, how it works, it's pretty interesting. Like it seems very complex, and I'm excited to see what I can do as a wizard.
Yeah, and I think it's just the fact that like you're creating your own character. It depends on basically your house. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, man, I hope it would be like, I don't know if they'll go that far, but like depending on your house kind of thing. I'd hope like they had different stories or something. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt that they'd go that far, but that would be pretty cool and interesting. I think it would be cool if they did like something where choices you make in the game kind of affect where it will go. That would be something cool to pretty much go into. But I'm pretty fucking excited. We have PS5s, right? But like, what have we really been playing? Like, I feel
exactly, yeah.
yeah, this is kind of like the first big one coming
After
out
like
lately.
Spider-Man, after
Well, yeah, after
Spider-Man
that.
Miles.
Yeah, after Miles, but like it's kind of like, like it's long overdue. We've had this fucking console now like out, but like we need something to come out that's like gonna kind of like just I don't know. Like I'm playing 2K, like WWE 2K22, but that's like a game that's like still, you could play it anywhere else. You could play it in PS4 still, and it's not it's not like an exclusive thing. I think this one might just be PS5. Am I mistaken?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah. See,
Or
It's
it
like
might
next
feel
gen
like a
now.
cyberpunk kind of feel. Maybe if you guys don't know, I don't play cyberpunk, but maybe it's spec'd for the PS5, but it'll probably be like a little buggy on the PS4, based
Yeah.
off what they showed in that trailer, or what they showed in that like gameplay video.
Definitely. Yeah, see, even John, hey, thanks for watching, dude. Wolverine is going to come out, too. That's, like, coming fairly soon. The Spider-Man 2 game's coming pretty soon.
That one I'm excited, yeah.
That one I'm excited. I'll play Gotham Knights, I guess. I'll fucking have to. The fuck am I going to do without it? Like, God. And the Suicide Squad game, I mean...
That one I'm excited, too, yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, it's kind of funny because they're all mostly superhero stuff, but, like, what else is really coming out? Like, I know that... There's that one not Lord of the Rings. It's the guy that did, what's his name? The Game of Thrones dude. He kind of collabed with a game company or like a game.
Oh, Reels?
Yeah,
George J.R.R.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin. He did. It was a recent. He came out. You were telling me
I
to
didn't
even
see
get
it.
it. You were telling me to get it. Is it Elder?
Is it
something?
Elder Ring?
Yeah, there we go. Elder Ring.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm on a fence on that. Like, I feel
Elden
like
Ring. Yeah, there we go. It's Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Sorry,
Yeah,
but yeah, Elden Ring. I think I just had a bad experience with what's that other one that we played with Jan?
It's fucking Skyrim.
What's not Skyrim, but it's like in that same universe.
See,
I forgot, but like it was around that area. Then I was like, oh, I didn't have time to play, so I couldn't level I couldn't level up as much in a sense. So that's why it kind of was a little iffy for me. So that one you have to grind, like anything like Elden Rings or something. I feel like it's a lot of grinding game.
True. Yeah.
So I don't have the time to do that. So
Is it Bloodborne? Is it? I think it might be.
No, it wasn't Bloodborne. It was the one where we were all a party and we can do that. It wasn't Bloodborne.
I felt like it was.
Dark Souls. It was around Elden. It was around.
It's not like.
Is
it's
it
kinda like
Elder Scrolls? Elder Scrolls? No, I don't know.
Wasn't it Skyrim? I thought it was Skyrim. Like we were playing it at someone's house one time. I think.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's been a while.
Hi, Kyle. Look at Kyle over here. I'm just pulling up his comment again. He's just. I don't know where you are, dude, but hey, we're recording. We need content. We're trying to do whatever. But anyways, well, we can move on from the games for now. I mean, there's not really much else. It might be Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, I think it was probably
might
that
be.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was just I wanted to throw that out there just to see your own thoughts on what games are coming out, especially on that one. And that was like a long video. And I guess just to close out my portion of like my thoughts on that is just the idea that I thought it was going to be kind of like we can connect in a way where we can make our own party in a sense. So I thought like, like if I was in Gryffindor and you're in like whatever Ravenclaw or something, I thought we can connect and do our own little adventure. So I hope like what you said, I hope they like put that in the game where we can like create our own party and do our own stuff or our own adventure in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have it open to do something like down the line. I just want to see it come out. Like it's just to be in that world would be cool. I just especially next gen. Like I said, the last time we saw it was PS3, and it wasn't that great. I mean, like it was fine, but it was fun for me. But I don't know, like it was. Any plans to do let's play content, dude? I don't know. Do you not know how sucky I am at games, man? Like maybe with Kyle and these two, like I'll fucking be there. Yeah. Anyways, what were we gonna? We had a couple things come up this week. I believe.
Yeah.
What was on the agenda?
We'll talk about a lot, but again, more in the superhero realm. But what comes out of the superhero realm, the technology that is behind it, and we'll get into it. So the first thing that actually did come out that we wanted to talk about right away, was the Thor trailer. So if you guys haven't watched the Thor trailer, feel free to check that out. That just came out, or a teaser trailer. So initial thoughts on the Thor teaser trailer.
Initial thoughts, like, damn, they're playing it pretty close to the release date here. This is the first time they released a trailer so close. I thought they were gonna delay it at this point. I was like, wow, they're not taking anything. But like when they released the trailer came out, it said the same thing. I was like, oh, okay, so that's pretty cool. It's coming out in fucking 2 months. That's cool.
I think that's the one thing that bothered me. Because we've been like kind of conditioned to get a Marvel on a May month and a Burr month, but now we're getting it on a May month and a July month.
July, right?
2 summers. So I was like, well, this is pretty interesting to see that, because again, like I said, like we used to watch one like at the end of our school year, like high school. Then we would watch one like during our school year again, you know. So like that dynamic is like.
I think it happened before. I remember it might have been. I felt like it was. I think Spider-Man. Didn't Spider-Man Homecoming do that? Like it came out July, and then fucking Civil War was kind of like around May or something. Yeah. See, I mean,
wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I guess my memory just reminds me of like just that. There's always a Burr and there's always a summer. I think
it's just the fact that we're coming back to normal now, where it's like we're finally getting movies again in the theaters. I mean, they're shortening the window, which I don't like. It's a whole other conversation that I don't really want to talk about, but because the Batman just came out on HBO. But it's cool that we're finally getting back to a point where like movies are coming out regularly. They're not being delayed anymore. I thought this one was gonna be delayed crazily, but. Hey, it didn't. It's coming out July still. And the trailer itself was fucking cool. Like, I thought I was going to see Christian Bale already, but we saw, like, the back of Russell Crowe, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I like the vibe. I like where they're going with the whole thing. I liked him, like, they showing him, like, working out with the fucking like, battle ropes and shit.
Yeah.
That was cool. I don't know, man. Dude, like, I'm just excited, yeah.
Dude, the song, for some reason, like, Taika or whoever's in charge of the songs, like, did a freaking good job with it. Like the build up to the actual song, I was like, well, what the freak? It works. Like it made sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, for some reason the Guardians seemed like well, obviously they're gonna play a big part to this, but I liked where Peter's coming from in this trailer, where you see him like being like the wise one, if you notice. In a sense, when he was talking to Thor while Thor's like doing this rampage or not rampage, but this the thing of discovery that he's going to go through. So I'm interested. It's probably going to be our last one of the first generation of like Marvel heroes that we're gonna see.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting to see. Like it's a sad truth that we're gonna see that this is probably his last. Maybe.
I would hope not, but. You're probably right. I mean, I think it's just the fact that it passed the trilogy too. Like Iron Man stopped at 3. That's the last one. Mm-hmm. Captain America, same thing. I mean, Hulk didn't even get part 2, so it's like, But yeah, the fact that they even did a part 4 for Thor, and it's Taika doing it again, and I really liked Ragnarok. It's just really cool, and I'm excited. I mean, like. I really don't know what else to think right now. It's a fucking teaser. I just know who's in it. I know what the story might possibly be, like with regards to who Christian Bale is playing, and like Natalie Portman being there again, who's fucking buff, by the way.
Yeah, you saw her arms. Like, I was like, holy her arms are so big.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, I mean, I'm excited, and I just want to see where it goes. I'm like turning my brain off because even like with Doctor Strange, I
Yeah.
stopped looking at trailers and stuff. Like I don't really know what else to think. I'm just gonna come in kind of blind, like just let it be, and I'll watch it, and I'll probably enjoy it that way.
So it's crazy because I feel the same way. I haven't been watching like Doctor Strange trailers at all because I'm still trying to find my tickets on Regal. Come on, Regal. So I haven't gotten them yet. So I'm still waiting for that. And I think one thing, I guess, just to end this topic of the trailer, like again, we all said it was good, or Jan and I said it was a really good trailer. Was that scene when we do see, I guess, that Zeus figure, right? I've been seeing like a lot of social media saying like, what's gonna happen there is probably Christian Bale's character, the God Butcher, is probably gonna murder everyone there.
Oh my god, that would be.
So sick. I was like, yo, this scene, it was built to be like a highlight of all the gods, but imagine them just being wiped out. I know. Like, dang.
And I'm curious how he looks. Like, is he gonna be all CG? Maybe, you think? I really don't know. Like, they haven't really specified, or if he's even gonna be physically there. Is he physically there? Is my question. Like,
maybe a Josh Brolin kind of thing, where like a Thanos, like
a Thanos. Yeah, I know. I kind of want him to be in a weird like suit. To be honest, like just old school. I don't know. It's Christian Bale. He has a pretty distinct look to him. Like, I think it's just the fact that he's in a Marvel movie. It's kind of crazy. Like, I never thought. First off, like after Batman, I never thought he would be back in anything superhero related, let alone fucking Marvel. And secondly, the fact that even Russell Crowe's in this thing, it's like, dang, okay. Like, I want to see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be dead. I don't know, like, just based off what you're saying. But hey, we'll see. At least he's in it. I just want to see it like happen. I just want to see the movie. Yeah.
So that's our thoughts on that. And with the idea of Christian Bale and the idea of playing Batman, we wanted to talk about what Jan said earlier of the HBO release of the Batman. So if you guys have HBO Max, it's currently out on Batman. I actually took the time to watch it again, but it was weird because I was doing it while I was studying. So like I was like, like just watch. It's one of those watches now because it's a 3-hour movie. Like, sure, if you watch it the first time, sit down, invest yourself into the movie because it's a really good movie. But I guess coming around now that it's on HBO Max, for sure I'm gonna have it play in the background. But I am still paying attention while like doing my work. But the thing that we did want to talk about that. Yes, honestly, I was just about to say that Liam Neeson should have played Zeus. Like, that would be some crossover right there.
He played Zeus, right? Somewhere?
Yeah, he played in Wrath of the Titans and Clash of the Titans.
In those movies. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Hey, but Russell Crowe is a good choice. Yeah,
You never know.
Yeah. So, talking about the release of Batman, Jan actually hinted of like, oh, you should watch the special features. So if you guys have HBO Max, there's like this cool set of videos where they released some special features on it. And the one thing that Jan and I were pretty interested in was the idea of the dome. So what the dome is basically instead of going to an actual set location, it's just this, again, dome with a lot of images that
it's
can
like
create
LEDs,
this
TVs around and stuff. Yeah,
and it creates this world where you don't have to go to the physical location. So most of the shots that you see in Batman are probably from that dome, where it's very city-like, but it's not actually a set prop, or it's not actually on location. So so we just wanted to share that, and if you guys like. And you want and we just want to give our own thoughts on it. So what were your thoughts of the idea of the dome?
Well, yeah, it's just cool because like, like you're used to like, I mean, they did do some stuff in a blue screen or green screen kind of thing because that's what we're accustomed to know about like how they film movies now and stuff. So I think it's just the fact that they rigged up that thing just to make it look as realistic as possible because it's actual images that are being played, but it looks so photorealistic, especially when it's being filmed behind a set of like something that they built. Like, I remember that one scene with Falcone in his office and you just see the background of like the cars and stuff coming in. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really interesting way of doing it, especially like the way they filmed the car scene, like a lot of the chase scene is actually filmed in that thing. I think it looks like, um, and yeah, like going forward, I just don't know, or I guess like the impact of how it would be for like other movies to start doing it this way, because this is it basically kind of stemmed from the guy that did The Mandalorian, or like
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
DP, the director of photography for that, because he's the same one that did it here. So it's fucking cool. Like you guys should check it
Hmm.
out. Honestly, Northman. Yeah.
We will, Kyle, when you're here. We will do the Northman. We promise.
Did it come
So,
out?
hmm?
It came out.
Yes, it just came out this week. So if
Oh
you want to
shit.
watch it, yeah.
Oh hell yeah,
So,
dude.
so the idea of the dome, like Jan said, it wasn't our first introduction to it, but the thing that was pretty interesting is that the Batman was able to use the dome. My first and Jan's first idea of the dome was introduced in The Mandalorian. And for some reason, I thought those were all like on set or on location, but it was really all done in the dome. So that one really mind fucks your brain, that thinking this is an actual set location. So I thought that was pretty interesting to go that route. And like Jan
Yeah.
said, like it's cool to see that cinema is going to go possibly in that route.
Yeah, I mean,
In that way.
especially I think just the fact that because I think they had to do it this way, just basically because of COVID. I was all like, also, like they were forced to do it because I remember didn't they delay it like multiple times?
Yeah, they did.
And I don't know if this was already part of their plan, but it worked out for the better. Like the fact that they're talking about something like where on set, like it's hard to or like like on location, it's gonna be hard to match lighting. It's hard to control like different factors of the outside world.
Yes.
Where in this one, they're literally you see them playing with the images
Mhm.
themselves, and it looks so real in the background. But you could like when you're watching the behind the scenes thing, obviously you could see that it's fucking LED screens just
Yeah.
bursting out those images. But in the movie, you can't fucking tell like at all.
Yeah, exactly. So like that was the coolest part and like the beneficial part of using this dome, this dome as part of your film production. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and make this a normal thing now, because like what you pointed out, like you can control the lighting, you can control control all these different areas that need to be touched up on, and it still gives it that real life that real sense of feel as it was if it was on location or on a setting. So I just thought that was pretty cool, and how advanced technology is and how it's gonna work in the future in a sense, right? So
Yeah.
I just have a quick question to you, right? Like we're movie guys, and let's just say in a hypothetical world, you're an actor. What would you prefer to be in? The dome, or like on set, or on location?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Like, if I was an actor, like whatever, probably the dome, dude. That would be cool. Cause like, can you imagine like imagine trying to find the perfect shot for the fucking perfect scene. Like, hey, you gotta wake up at 2 a.m. At this time because blah blah blah. At least this time you could create like the way that the schedules will be set up is probably a little more free in a way. It's more the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Like it's more flexible in a way because you're able to work with conditions that you're able to control. It's not like, oh shit, we gotta film him like at this time on this day because it's the only time
Like
this
golden
is gonna
hour
happen.
and stuff.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like at least this way, it's like they have the control and it's fucking cool. Like I think you guys should really check it out because like they filmed kind of a lot of scenes in that, and I didn't realize how much until seeing that thing. Like especially the car chase scene, with fucking Penguin and him getting chased in that fucking road. Yeah, because they even did it to where I think they were filming Penguin, and you see in the back of the image like the Batmobile actually driving behind him, so he's able to react in terms of like what's actually happening. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, cool. Because I'm thinking if I was an actor, I still would feel like I want the location spot. So I'm thinking, let's say Star Wars, right? Star Wars, sure. I want to go to an area with the dunes, like check out the dunes. or I want to go into an area where it's very cold. Like that'll be an experience in itself. But yes, I would be a live location guy. But if we couldn't get the shot, I feel like, hey, let's just use the dome to like cut some time, because also like maybe the dome is an expensive, like an expensive rig right now, and like people can't afford that like right now. But imagine, like, so there's a lot of things to consider when using either the dome or the stuff. But the idea that Batman was able to use it for most of the film shows how like it's going to be a common thing in a sense.
Yeah, but keep in mind too, this thing was able to lower their budget for the most part. Like, so like I'm pretty sure like doing this would be more cost efficient. I would think. Let me actually just pull up something here. I don't know. What can I compare it to? Let's go to Guardians, Volume 2. Okay, it's around the same. Whatever. I mean, it's like 185, 180. I don't know. I mean,
that's why I'm saying it's probably a thing too. Like, like, hey, if you're gonna use this technology, it's gonna cost you something. But you're probably right in like, hey, it'll save us some time from sending a whole crew to a set location.
I think it'll depend too. I think it just depends on the movie itself. It worked for this one just because of the atmosphere of the overall movie. The Mandalorian's kind of the same thing, where it's like, like it feels a little more grounded than a usual Star Wars story in a way.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm trying to say, I don't know. I think it really will depend. But hey, I just want to see where it goes with this tech. I mean, I'm sure Nolan will probably have some kind of thing where he probably use it. I don't fucking know, dude.
He's gonna use it and it's gonna like spin with. It's gonna spin with it.
It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. But speaking of DC, can you guys hear me? Okay, I think I'm. Sorry, I'm still working out the kinks on this thing. I'm trying to find out where I could actually like, whatever. So there's been news that came out. It's a big thing with Warner Brothers. Basically, what happened was, basically, like Warner Brothers is now owned by the people that did Discovery or that own Discovery. So now they're called Warner Brothers Discovery. It's a new entity. It's new leadership, new everything pretty much. And now they have news. I mean, if we're gonna like keep it in the DC realm, that they're pretty much doing an overhaul of the whole DC thing. And I'm pretty happy about the news. And I know I've told you about this. Like I've sent you news and like, fucking finally,
reboot.
Nah,
reboot.
Well, first off, what do you think about like the news itself, about like the whole like restructuring of everything, and the fact that they're saying that they might do like their own division to bust out these DC films, and they, pretty much everything that I've been saying, where they need someone like a Kevin Feige to like really watch over this thing and make it his baby, like make him like the one guy where they go to for like obviously make him some guy that knows how to make movies and produce stuff, because Kevin Feige, he's been working.
Yeah, he's been producing since like the first Marvel movie or something.
Yeah, before he started doing the Marvel Studio stuff. So obviously pick someone like that, but then all bets are off after that. Like, dude, I already have someone in mind. I don't know if they'll go that route, but what do you think about the news in general?
It makes sense because, like, if you think Warner Brother as one person, and like he's handling Harry Potter, he's handling like I guess at the time like Christopher Nolan films, he's handling DC, like he's carrying a lot of stuff on his plate. So sectioning it off, or just Warner Brothers in general, right? Sectioning it off to Discovery, like you said, kind of gives like load off the whole studio, and they can like really focus in on these stories, because DC, for those that do hate it, like they actually have some good stories out there that I feel like can be fleshed out on a live action. We're not saying we're like DC haters, but most of the movies that did come out have some merit in it, where you can see some humanistic, or like a human point of view from where they're coming from. Like these godlike figures have a human perspective, and I feel like when you do put them in that realm of discovery, where again it can be taken care of in a proper way, it'll make sense. You know, like
Yeah.
we'll get better, and like what you said, like a whole reboot. You know, so getting rid
Yeah.
of the rest and just starting fresh again.
Yeah, I don't know, cause like the new CEO of pretty much of Warner Brothers Discovery, which is like basically, I don't know if they're just gonna start calling themselves that now, but basically the CEO was talking about like we have our biggest property and it's DC, and we're not treating it to the best of its potential, and you know like the fact that like they're possibly sectioning off their DC property the way that Disney is sectioning off Marvel and Star Wars into its own thing where they have someone in charge is something that I think it's long overdue. I've been fucking
Mm-hmm.
saying it for so long. I've been saying for so long like they're they don't have to necessarily like because he even mentioned it like we want to make our secondary characters like stand out the way that we already did for like Joker and even Harley Quinn or whatever, but we don't want it to be like it's like now because right now it's to the detriment of their big characters. He specifically mentioned Superman and the fact that it's like right now Superman is kind of like something that's falling behind in our stuff. And he's a big character. He's one of the most popular characters, but the fact that he's falling behind is not where we want to be kind of thing. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here. I don't think he said exactly those fucking words, but that's pretty much what I gathered from that. And the fact that he's acknowledging that as well as acknowledging the fact that it's this whole DC thing right now is everywhere. Like they're just doing whatever the fuck to just bust down movies. Like don't get me wrong, I'm glad the Batman came out, but would I have preferred? Actually, no, I'll take that back. I I would have preferred a Batman where maybe like if he was still like a part of the whole cinematic universe where I don't know. I feel like this just could have been done way better, and they're finally going in the direction where I wanted them to in the first place. I don't know if they're gonna reboot it. I hope they do, but I hope they do it after the trilogy of the Batman comes out. Because right now, I just want to see that first, and then we'll move on to that. Hey, Doug, what's up, dude?
Well,
Look at this
oh,
guy.
hey, what's up, Rob?
What's up, man?
Well, I guess my thought of it is just a way to kind of do what you're talking about is if they can start with the Batman, right, and create a world from there, you know. So
Yeah.
you're not really getting rid of the whole whatever's coming out right now, like you said, like the Batman's gonna probably get a trilogy, right? With
Yeah.
okay, so like I said, like there's their starting point. If I was a CEO, I would start there, you know, and everything else will end it. Like Aquaman will end it because it is still gonna get a release date, right? Shazam will end it on that one, you know, where we're not just cutting it off completely because it's already in production, right? So I would say Batman can be the stepping stone to this new thing. And I guess the best way to describe this new Warner Brothers Discovery kind of feel is like Pixar. So Pixar is basically attached to Disney, but it's its own thing where it can be, you know, loved and created like new characters, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yep. Okay.
So I think that's the best way I would describe this whole overhaul of like DC films being in this Warner Brothers Discovery is like making it its own Pixar division in a sense.
Yeah, pretty much like Marvel, like having its own studio over at Disney. It's the same thing. Kevin Feige in charge of that. Star Wars, we've had conversations about maybe Kathleen Kennedy shouldn't be the one right now. Maybe it should be Jon Favreau or fucking Filoni or something. But pretty much in that same vein. And for DC, I already had someone in mind, and I was kind of like thinking like, maybe him, but I don't know if they're ready. Like the people that did the animated series, Bruce Timm and
Yes.
what the fuck are the names? Whatever. The people that pretty much started. It's basically what you're saying, where they started with the animated series of Batman. They fleshed that fucking thing out like crazy.
And Justice League, right? And they did.
And then
Justice League.
Superman came out, and then Justice League. But the fact that it's seamlessly working together, they're building that world. That's what I mean by like making it work. and I think they
yeah.
would be able to do it.
Honestly, that one was beautifully done. Like that was my first introduction to what I know as the Justice League.
No,
That was
yeah,
my
I think
first.
a lot of people's own,
Yeah, that was my first John Stewart. That was my first Martian Manhunter. That was my first Hawk Girl. You know, so like when what you said kind of makes sense of like letting them do that, because there were some episodes where they focused not on just the major characters but also like the minor ones as well. Which what you said, what they want to do is like have that keep that focus on two, as well as the focus on the main character. So those two people that you mentioned kind of was able to do that on a cartoon or animated series. Imagine that being blown up in a live action or whatever they're gonna do with the Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I don't know if they've ever done anything live action like to the point where like they're ready to take on a big franchise in terms of like overtaking like a studio's whole division and stuff. But like, if they go the route of like Dave Filoni, where they kind of sprinkle them in a little bit, have them direct little things here and there, and learn. Like Filoni, his first episode of Mando sucked. Like it wasn't the best. But like now that he's been learning from like Favreau, like a lot of this stuff is so good. Like the recent like episode of Boba where Luke was in it, that's probably the best episode of the whole thing. Like Louis drinking that Asahi Blue. No, dude. I mean, I could have, but it's a blue moon.
Blue moon.
Blue moon. I don't know. I just drink whatever. I don't really have any preference right now. But
He drinks Stella.
I've been drinking Stella too, man. Fuck. I was about to open a bottle earlier, but yeah.
Okay, so but yeah, your thoughts are there of the idea of like having their own production and like sprinkling in like their own Dave Filoni in a sense. So if they do that, that makes sense. Like for sure, you don't want to put that burden of putting those two that you mentioned earlier in that. Like here, take over it and be responsible. If you F up, you F up. Like there's a way of like responsibility where someone should be the key, and then like the rest should like there should be like this team like thing going on. Yeah. So I really highly suggest like I watched this Pixar series or this Pixar documentary, and it was pretty cool because it wasn't that one guy who owns Pixar. It was usually a team effort. So if there was like with the Warner Brothers Discovery, if it wants it to work, it needs to be a team of, or it needs to just have a good set of collaborators instead of just like two good storytellers. Just like you mentioned, they were good storytellers, but just a good collaboration of either logistics and the business and the whatnot and the storytelling. It can totally work in a sense.
Yeah, I think they definitely. Also need to just take it one at a time. Like, they really
for
just
sure.
They need to slow down. Like, I think the fact that like they threw everything at the fucking wall just to see what sticks really kind of like missed the point of, because they're trying to jump the gun and catch up to Marvel, but it's obviously not working. And trying to do that now is it's just like what is that quote by like. Is it Albert Einstein where he's like just doing the same thing over and over again and you think he'd get a different result kind of thing? Yeah. It's exactly. So if they just take your time, if they do it with the Batman trilogy, I don't know if it'll work. I really just don't think
rails? Okay.
That world is accustomed to that. It's a little too grounded to I would feel like. But I don't know. They could make anything work. To be honest, like I'm not a fucking producer or anything. We're just two dudes talking about what we think should be best. Like we're businessmen or whatever. But
amateur opinions by amateur reviewers. Come on, that's our slogan. I know.
But like, hey, like I just want a fucking good, because like you said, they've been getting a bad fucking rap, and it's not fair. Because honestly, I feel like DC stories had like. It's a little richer for me in terms of like like actual comic stuff and whatnot. Like it was something I was more inclined to read back then as a kid, other than.
Dang, you're pretty Marvel. Dark for.
No, I'm just not. I mean, like I preferred it more because I thought the stories were cooler in a way. But like everything's being butchered now, and the fact that we got Iron Man, who's now a more popular character than Superman.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's weird. That's a weird concept to me. You know what I mean? So that's why I was so disappointed by it. That's why I was always so adamant about like, hey, can you fucking reboot this? Do something else. Like, I don't care if they're like, yeah, like the cast is good. Like Aquaman is good. Gal Gadot's good. Everyone's good. Ezra Miller. Well, that's probably
Another story to tell. Yeah, another conversation.
But dude, yeah, if rebooting it, it's kind of like that line from The Office where he's like, he's like, hey, you want a fresh start? Just declare bankruptcy. All your problems will go away. It's kind of the same thing. Just fucking reboot it, dude. If they reboot, which superhero should they start it off?
Yeah, I was just gonna about. Why don't they just start fresh again and just fix their mistake and just start with Green Lantern? You know,
I don't know.
That would be a cool redemption part. Like, you know, like for people that do know, like they were supposed to start it with Green Lantern, so just start it up again with him. Or if they can go another round and just do Martian Manhunter or Hawkgirl, like a property that wasn't named yet, in a sense.
I'm gonna sound biased, but I think they should start with the Superman. To be honest, they should start with Superman. They did it correctly a little bit. I mean, say what you want about Man of Steel.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking loved Man of Steel, but it didn't get the reception that it should have for them to blow up, I guess. If you start with Superman but hint at the bigger world already, then that would be cool. And then like even hint at the fact that like if you start with that and then also do, I'm telling you, you got to start with the big guns. Like you got to start with Superman, you got to start with Batman, and then you could venture off into doing like other people. Like, and like I would even say like if they did just Superman and Batman and then they did like what was that story where they Justice League War? Like where they hint at the bigger, like I don't know. I really like, cuz like you know how Batman was like, "Oh shit, you're real?" Or like Green Lantern was saying that's Batman, like
Yeah.
It feels lived in. Like it feels like this world's been going on already and they're just there. And like I think if they start off with the Justice League, even I don't know, maybe it might work. It really just depends, dude. Like it really depends.
I see that route of Superman because Man of Steel kind of did that in a sense.
Yeah, I think they just fumbled it a little bit in terms of like just doing. I think it's the fact that they did Batman versus Superman, but then Batman was already at the end of his ropes, even though they're trying to start a cinematic fucking universe. But they're starting with a story of Batman where he's fucking old already.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, obviously, but like to start a universe with that is fucking a little weird to me. But you know, hey, whatever.
I guess to close it, we'll just have the Flashpoint movie kind of be the bankruptcy, just to come on, man, it's possible.
No, dude, just fucking forget it. Just don't even mention it. Just reboot. I don't need some like this isn't the comics, dude. I remember they did the Flashpoint in the comics to kind of like just right.
Yeah,
they don't need to do that. I think they just reboot. Just cut your losses, like what Creed Bratton said, man. Declare bankruptcy, all your problems will go away. Just fucking do it, dude. And I think once they have something in place and they I mean, because dude, even MCU started off kind of rough. Like, you think Thor was the best? It wasn't the best back then. It was fine. It worked, but it wasn't like mind blowing. Where you don't need to have like just make it good, and then flesh out your characters in a way where we'll love them over time. Anyways, just stick to your fucking guns. Like, don't fucking veer off the plan. Like that's what they did. Pretty much, like with fucking Suicide Squad, they panicked. They fucking made it all, whatever the fuck that was. You know, just stick to the plan. Really, do what Marvel's doing. I'm pretty sure they weren't happy with the Eternals, but they're not freaking out over it. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, to be fair, they've been doing it for so long, but I don't know. Whatever.
So, I guess that's where we stand on the new DC or the new Warner Brothers Discovery. Again, if you guys haven't checked it out, feel free to check it out on some movie internet news or something. Everything that we've been saying, it's probably on YouTube or like the internet news.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So the last thing I did want to talk about, which was pretty interesting that we did last session, was talking about trilogies. So we kind of ended on the note of these different ideas of trilogies, but we never really talked about our own favorite trilogies. Not specifically Star Wars, but just trilogies in general. And, we can go wherever with this. So is there a trilogy in mind that you actually like from 1 to 3, or maybe even a series that you liked, or a saga or whatever? And you cannot say Fast and the Furious.
I'm not gonna say Fast and the Furious. A more biased answer would be the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously. I think I'd go Indiana Jones, actually, probably 1, 2, 3. I don't count 4. Like I don't want to. I mean, you can, I guess, but I would just say 1, 2, 3 by itself is a really good fucking story. Yeah, it's a really good story. And, like, if you try watching it, even like start with the second one, since it's technically a prequel, then do the first one, then do the third one. It's a pretty interesting watch, dude. And I fucking love Indiana Jones. Like, I can't wait for the new one, to be honest. I mean, fucking Harrison Ford's like, what, almost 80? I think he is 80.
Almost 80, yeah.
And he's still killing it. Like, dude, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, okay. That's an interesting pick. I think I'm going to go pretty left field, or I guess for some people. I liked, actually, the Planet of the Apes, the one with Matt Reeves.
Oh, Matt Reeves, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Reeves doing it, because it's, for if you haven't watched it, it's basically Planet of the Apes, but seeing like Caesar's story go throughout the whole 3, like each time it just got better for some reason. Yeah. And I feel like people don't even remember that trilogy, or like if it was a trilogy.
It still gets talked about. I know the first one wasn't Matt Reeves. I know he didn't start it, but what he did with that second one was fucking insane. I think that was my favorite one. The Dawn
War.
The Planet. No, Dawn.
Was it Dawn Den War? Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you see, that's the stupid part. Like, I felt like those titles would have been flipped. It should have been Dawn first, and then Rise, and then War. But I thought the second one was great. Like, what he did with that world, it was really good. And that was the first time we saw him do that whole thing where he mounts the camera to something and it just fucking goes, and you see their point of view. He did it in the Batman again with the Batmobile. Yeah, like, I don't know. I fucking love Matt Reeves. Like, it's really good, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I would put that up there, honestly. It took the people's taste, like that whole thing with the Tim Burton reboot. Have you ever watched that one with Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Yeah, like that.
I did.
Yeah, no.
So I thought, like going off of that, like this one really showed from a perspective of an actual ape. And, that's thanks to Andy Serkis, like, doing his thing from a motion capture perspective. And, like, it made me, like, really enjoy, like, these monkeys. Like, like, hey, we just want to live, like, stop bothering us. And it kind of shows, like, what Caesar had to do and take on that responsibility of being the leader and his journey to, like, where it ended.
Fucking
and like,
Koba, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's crazy, man. Like, just that idea, and the CGI and all of that. Like, it was just all the puzzle pieces fit together to make it work.
Yeah, it was really well done. I think the third one gets a bad rap just for the name, I guess. Like, it's like War of the Planet of the Apes, but they're expecting something different from what we got. But honestly, what we got was still pretty good. I liked it a lot. But I am kind of on the same boat as them. But I don't let it blind me, like, to where I'm saying, like, oh, that fucking movie sucked. I thought it was still pretty fucking good.
Yeah, so I thought it was cool because it kind of sets up the TV series.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't know that. So I thought, like, Caesar was literally the one who started the TV series, but it was actually the son, right? Who is in charge of the TV series. So I thought that was pretty cool. And speaking of the idea of, like, this one being a prequel in a sense for the TV series, what's your take on movies doing a sequel or doing an original 3 and a prequel? So an example being Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings,
Yeah, speaking of,
or
look at
or
China.
Harry Potter and the Dumbledores? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, as long as they're good. I mean, I
But
don't have any.
based off what came out so far, like
Well, we
what
got
would
so
you
far.
prefer?
Obviously, like a sequel instead of a prequel kind of thing.
Yeah, so again, like the examples of Lord of the Rings versus The Hobbits, Harry Potter versus Newt Scamander,
Oh hell
or
no!
Star Wars versus all the other prequels and whatever.
I'd
Like
still,
there's a lot of cases like that.
I'd still prefer the. Obviously, I don't prefer the Fantastic Beast stuff. I never watched the third one yet, but you guys don't make me want to watch it anymore. We can get to that when Kyle gets here a little bit. I mean, we're not reviewing it or anything, but so they don't have a good track record. It's what
Prequels.
basically prequels. Yeah, they just don't. I mean, obviously, we love the prequel trilogy, like, but obviously it wasn't one where I kept going back on. Like we were always like a part of the original stuff. Like, I thought it was fine. I think I'm more of a sequel dude. It really just depends, because like the prequel stuff gets a bad rap just because of what we have gotten. Rob says you guys stoked for the dude. Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I didn't really, we didn't see much of it yet, did we? Like, it's just a couple
The
trailers.
images, yeah.
The images, yeah. I want to. I'm interested. I mean, it's just the fact that the guy that did it was the what the hell's his name? I think it's J.A. something. Is it Bayona? Yeah, J.A. Bayona. He's cool. I've seen him. Like he did like I think he did the second Jurassic World. He's kind of the showrunner on this one. I'm pretty excited. I just want to see it go. Like, I think this one takes place in when the fuck does it take place?
Way before the rings.
Like way
were
before,
built.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't Ned Stark in this too? Like young Ned Stark that looks like Neil Patrick Harris, like from Game of Thrones. I think he's in this, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
I
For the
think
Lord of
he
the
is.
Rings, I'm not
I
sure.
don't like the one. Me and Jan always used to tease him like in the trailer with the guy that plays the young Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. I think he's in this. I just don't know his name.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm excited for it, but I do understand your point of like I swing that same way too of like the prequels do have a bad rap. Like I do prefer Lord of the Rings over the Hobbits. I do prefer Harry Potter over Newt Scamander. And again, I do prefer Luke Skywalker over at least like like Anakin and but I'm just saying we did get a good Obi-Wan out of the prequel.
That's the line. Now it is. Yeah, dude, I remember that. Yeah, he's in it. I don't know his name, but he's in it. I know. I don't know if he's the main dude, but pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I think like what is a good prequel trilogy, anyways? Really, if you think about it.
I don't know.
I mean, The Hobbit was probably the best one to think about. To be honest with you, it wasn't great, but it was still probably like if we're talking like just prequel trilogies as a whole.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. That's why I wanted to pose a question, because they always resort to the prequel. I'm like, damn, why can't you guys look forward instead of going backwards? If based off our logic and what we're saying, like let's go look forward a little bit. But again, sequels usually get a bad rep too.
It really just depends. I think like sequel. Okay, but would you watch like the prequel trilogy over the sequel? Like, for example, like Star Wars 1, 2, 3 over the new stuff. I'd watch the 1, 2, 3 over.
I'll watch the 1, 2, 3. I'll watch the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
over. I think if you put it, we're talking about Star Wars again, but if you had to put it in that way, 7, 8, 9 had a lot of Star Wars baggage to carry to make it a good movie. That's the sad part about sequels. You have a lot of baggage to carry. And maybe that's why, I guess thinking out loud now, maybe that's why movies tend to go back to the prequels, because you don't carry a lot of baggage, because you're not looking forward. You're looking at like, oh, what can we do to, I guess, match their energies of the first original characters? Like, what can we do to match Harry Potter, instead of doing a sequel after Harry Potter, which is like, oh, we have to match Harry Potter's energy and like make him extraordinary, you know.
Mhm.
So I think there is that dilemma of things.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like I just need to watch Fantastic Beasts. Like, is it that bad? Like the third one? You guys make it sound that bad. Like I did.
I was
about to watch
I was
it, yeah.
expecting something else, then I didn't get it. In a
Does
sense.
it lead
That's
to
just
something
my-
else again? That's the thing I was annoyed about with the second one. Like, it just
Yeah,
like a build
I
up.
guess so. Sure.
it's another build up. Are you fucking kidding me?
Not really, but I felt the same way like the second one, but not. It
Yeah.
wasn't a build up. It wasn't what I expected. Like I said.
Because the first one was bearable. I watched it. I liked it enough. But the second one was so weird. Like, it was just a weird ride. Like, I felt like
yeah.
we were building up to something and then it ends. You know what I mean? Like,
You'll see, I guess.
okay, I don't even want to watch it anymore. But well, trilogies. Let's go back to Toy
Do
Story.
you have do you have a, like, I was gonna ask that, like, do you have a specific, like, animated trilogy? Because there are some pretty good ones out there.
Probably it's Toy Story. I know you might mention.
I don't even like 4. Like,
You
you can
like
hate on
4?
me, everyone. I don't like 4.
Dude,
Like, get
4 was
rid of
pretty
4.
fucking
Like,
good.
3 could have just ended there, honestly.
4 was pretty good to me. I mean, obviously, like, it kind of ruins the ending of 3 a little bit, where in terms of like.
Exactly. See?
No, I still thought it was a good ass story though. I fucking love that story. I mean,
A lost toy, really?
yeah, why
A lost
not,
toy?
dude? And the I don't know. It was fucking sad seeing like Woody veer off from the group, kind of thing. But without Toy Story 4, I think like. Do you remember how good that thing looked? Like the fucking.
Yes, I'll give
that
it that.
thing
Toy
looked
Story
good.
4 looked really fire, like CGI and all that, or animated. I mean, it's like that was like the most, obviously the most high tech. But I still feel like Toy Story 3 graphics still hold up compared to it.
Mhm.
But the superior one is 4
Okay.
in
yeah.
graphics terms.
No, definitely. Yeah, I think I know what you would say for animated.
What?
Is it How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah, How to Train a Dragon. If you guys haven't watched How to Train a Dragon,
Yeah.
that thing is up there.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I need to go back on that. I mean, like I've watched it. I remember watching it. I just don't like. I don't remember much about it.
Dude,
I
that
know
one
I've
is
watched
pretty
it,
good.
dude. I know. I should go back on it.
That
I
one's
mean,
pretty good. I feel like DreamWorks has this thing of making good trilogies for some reason. Maybe in
Dude,
in the
Shrek,
animated world. Yeah, Shrek. You got Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda was pretty lit. I'm just saying. And How to Train Your Dragons. Like, those are freaking solid, you know, trilogies for like cartoons. So that's my take.
Wait, no, I was gonna say Lego Movie, but that's only 2 so far.
Lego movie. I'm serious.
Like,
What,
no, I'm
you're
just
talking about Lego movies?
I was gonna bag on Kyle a little bit, like, hey, I'm sorry, man, but no, but he's not here. It's fine. Shit, what? I don't know. Like,
Dude, that's the thing with me. I'm a bundle guy, so I buy Blu-rays in bundles. So if I can get a trilogy,
trilogies?
yeah, if I can get trilogies or like series and bundles, for sure I'm gonna get that.
you know what we weirdly haven't mentioned yet, or you haven't mentioned yet? Because I know you give me shit for the third one. But the third one's fucking good. I'll give.
Back to the Future.
It's Back to the Future, dude.
Yeah, it's good, but like if I had to pick my trilogies, I would go possibly not in like order, but like it would possibly be How to Train Your Dragon somewhere up there. Planet of the Apes is probably up there. I'm maybe some of the DreamWorks, maybe Shrek. I don't know, but probably the Star Wars. You know, those will be up there. But Back to the Future, I like seeing it as a 1 and a 2 movie. I don't want to see a third one.
What, dude?
The third one,
is
I guess
classic,
it's a good bow. It's a good bow, but it's not the cleanest bow. It's not the nicely wrapped
Dude.
bow.
I like the third one. I don't give a fuck what you say, man. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought I liked the whole Western thing. I don't know. I think I don't know if you were just high when you were watching it before. Or something. But dude,
Hey, I just wasn't a
It gets a-
cowboy guy, you know.
I'm just kidding. I mean, it gets a bad rap though. I'm not gonna lie. The third one is not. Obviously, it's not the best one. The first one's definitely the best. it basically just degrades from movie to movie. But,
Whoa. Okay.
no, degrade's probably a negative word, but you know what I mean. Like like yeah. You know.
That one, sure, I guess so. Mine for Back to the Future, I still feel like the second one is my favorite.
I think Jan mentioned Godfather. Weirdly, I don't think I ever watched Godfather.
Dude, sorry, Jan, I haven't watched Godfather.
I
I
haven't
know
watched
it's long
Godfather
though,
either.
but I heard it's really good.
I know. Fuck. I think like I think that's one of the ones I haven't watched. I know.
Have you
there's
watched Scarface yet? I know Raj was
I've
always
watched
on
Scarface.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
haven't
still
watched Scarface?
Yeah, I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, Scarface.
Because I know he's been on our ass about that. Like, you guys haven't
It's been
watched
in
Scarface?
your ass. I've watched it.
Yeah. So I need to go back on that. But I guess one trilogy that I feel like we kind of touched up on that we haven't talked about yet that can be make or break is Creed 3.
Oh god.
Cuz that can be up there for me if it's good.
Well, I don't know.
But if it ends up like a Back to the Future 3 for me, then I'm like, it's okay.
Dude,
it needs to
could
be
go
good.
Either way, it could go either way. I mean, it's Michael B. Jordan's first time directing. I mean, at least it's in a realm or in a world he's already aware of or familiar with. But like,
Directing is another beast to take care of, you know.
I have my reservations about it. Let's just say that. Like, I'll watch it obviously, and I hope it's good. But I have my reservations about it, and I want to see where it goes. Like, let's see the trailer. Let's see the trailer, and then
if he listens to us, like we
Yeah.
said, if it does it where it's an underdog story about a different person,
dude.
yeah, and it's and we're seeing it from an underground or an underdog opponent, and we see it from a champion's perspective, being him. Like, that can be something interesting.
Yeah, please don't fucking make it Clubber Lang's son. I swear to God, if they go that route, then I'm turning off. I'm tuning off. That's like going down the well like too many times kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, you can go down once, but you can't go down again.
like you did it with Drago. It makes sense. It made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do it again, dude. Like, I just, like I said, I have my reservations. I hope they don't go that route.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, you prefer Creed over the Rocky series, though? Like, in general?
Based on just because it's current, like it's like up to date in a sense. But Rocky does hold up, though.
Rocky does that even count? I think it's had like 6 fucking movies.
No, like I said, like we can just talk about sagas and series too, because like I was gonna ask you, like, when do you stop watching Fast and the Furious? You know, like, well, if you had someone that never watched it, like, where would you tell them to stop watching? Same with Rocky, like, where would you tell them to stop watching?
Furious 7. I would say Furious 7. Stop there.
Is that Brazil or that's after?
That's the one where Paul Walker's last one, basically.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
I would say stop there. It's a pretty good ending to where it was. The Matrix, Jan. I don't know. What about the Matrix? Yeah, what do you think about the Matrix in general? Like, I thought it was good. 1, 2, 3. Remember we talked about 3 multiple times already.
Yeah,
But 1 and 2.
I
was
think
sick,
it's good.
Dude.
Yeah, I think it was good. Watching it again, sure. Yeah, it's something to watch, but it wouldn't be in my top 5.
Rocky 4 was something else, dude. Rocky 4 was the best though. It had the best montage, man. Hey, do you like that parallel? Like, you know how in Rocky 4, he trained in the fucking snow and shit to face Drago, and then in Creed 2, he trained on the opposite spectrum of that in the fucking desert.
Oh my god!
Did you not even realize that?
Holy shit!
Yeah, like that parallel is fucking cool,
That's
dude.
freaking mind blowing.
Yeah,
Yo,
dude,
that is cool.
Rocky 4 is sick, bro. That's like straight up America. That's that movie.
Yeah, that is straight up America,
If we all could change. Holy shit, I need to watch that again. It's been a while, dude.
But 5 is the one where he's a coach, right?
No, fuck 5. 5 doesn't exist.
5 was the one where where he slipped up, man.
No, with Tommy Gunn and shit.
Yeah, he fucking slipped up on that
Fuck
one.
that shit.
But it makes sense when you watch Creed why he says no. That's the only reason why I give 5 like a pass, because it
No.
made
No,
because
I don't-
yes, he said he didn't want to train anyone. And I was like, oh, why doesn't he want to train? Because he had that bad experience with that guy. It makes sense.
It doesn't really. I mean,
It does when you think about it.
I don't know. I mean, fuck. I kind of like. I think he just does it because he's kind of done with the whole boxing life thing. You honestly could skip that and it wouldn't make a difference. Like,
Yeah, that's
Rock-
fair to say, but like I guess I'm just trying to justify part 5.
because
you know?
remember part 5, he had like some kind of disease or something that couldn't make him, or not. He had something where he couldn't wrestle.
Yeah,
or
he
not
couldn't
wrestle, sorry.
box.
He couldn't box
he couldn't
anymore.
box
yeah.
anymore.
But Rocky 6, they just kind of like, oh, you're fine. Like they threw it away. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
nothing. So it's like you
I didn't
literally
even-
could skip, skip that part.
yeah. I watched 5. I didn't care for 6, that one. 'Cause I was
What?
like, no, it didn't make sense of like an old guy challenging a, like why would you go through
Dude,
that, you know?
bro. It's like
I've
proving yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like I saw snippets of it, like I didn't need to watch it.
Oh my
kinda thing.
god, dude. I feel like you should. I think you need to go back.
No,
Dude.
I watched snippet. It was on FX. Come on, like for sure. If I was surfing through the channel, it'll probably pop up. So I
Dude.
know the ending.
You know, like if you, I think I kind of want to rewatch it, but go back to Rocky 1. I remember there's a scene where I thought it was fucking flipped for some reason. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, there was one where Mickey tells him like, hey, don't have sex or whatever. You're gonna get weak or blah blah blah. You're gonna get out of your game. You're not gonna be focused. That scene was after Rocky was already telling Adrian like, hey, we can't do this. I'm training. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it feel flipped? Do you remember that?
No, I need to
Dude,
watch Rocky again.
watch it again and just look at look at that scene or like try to find it and it'll feel flipped to you. Like it feels fucking weird. Like I don't know if they accidentally did that or what. But I was like, what the fuck? Like they didn't mention this until after the fact. So it was kind of funny to me. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, so that's where you stand. So you would tell someone who never watched Rocky stop at 4. You would end.
No,
whoever-
no.
Oh.
I 1 to
1
like
to
just
4,
watch everything. Just skip 5. You can watch
Okay.
everything. Just skip 5.
and Fast and the Furious just stop at 7,
Yeah. Stop at 7.
and Star Wars 1 through 6 only.
No, that's hard. I honestly don't know. Because
Okay.
it's that one's a little hard. Like it'll depend. Like it really depends. But for people that say watch 1, 2, 3 first before 4, 5, 6,
You're crazy.
You're
You're
crazy.
crazy.
They're
You're
idiots.
crazy. Get out of here.
I've heard someone say it. I'm not gonna name
Ooh.
names. It was one of our coworkers before, and I was like, "You're fucking crazy! Didn't you just start watching this shit because the new movie's coming out?"
Oh
Like-
my god.
Like
yes.
no, dude. Like back then, I think it would have ruined everything in terms of if you watched it that way. Like I don't know. Like yeah, but that one's hard. I can't answer that one. But for Lord of the Rings, you could literally skip Hobbit. I feel like you'll be fine. You don't need to. I mean, it's a good little thing.
It's its own story.
Yeah, especially I mean, if
Obviously.
you're a huge fan, you obviously go ahead, dude. Like, but you don't need to. Especially if you're introducing someone to the world. 1, 2, or like the first 3 Lord of the Rings is perfect on its own. Like,
Yeah.
just watch those, and then you know you'll be fine.
You know what's so crazy? Speaking of Lord of the Rings, have you ever seen those marathon runner medals that's on Instagram? It's called like Conquer's Challenge or something, or I think it's
No,
called.
what is
It's basically a running. It's like a 5K in a sense, or like it kind of a virtual run. It's a virtual run, right?
that? Okay.
So what it does is, let's say you want to do Mount Fuji, right? So Mount Fuji is, I'm just paraphrasing, like let's just say it's 48 miles. So you would run every day, or not every day, but like whenever you have time, you would run till you reach 48 miles. Then they'll mail you the medal, right?
Okay.
So a virtual run, basically, right? So if you complete running 48 miles, they'll give you the medal saying that you ran basically Mount Fuji, like virtually in a sense,
what-
right?
Why are you telling me this?
Because they released Lord of the Rings medals.
No way.
So yeah, so like if you want to do if you want to do the whole route, it's like almost like 500 miles. I'm like, "Oh my god." I was like, "You have to do this?" I'm like, "Holy." Like there was
Yes.
one that's called the Fellowship and the Shire, and it's like pretty interesting. I think it's called Conqueror's Challenge. I could be wrong.
Link me that. I want to see it. I mean, I probably won't fucking do it, like obviously, but I want to see it. I'll check it out.
I actually sent it to Tristan. So shout outs to Tristan if you're listening to this. It's
Mhm.
like pretty interesting. So right here, Lord of the Rings. So let me go.
Why don't you just share your screen?
Yeah, let me go share my
Just
screen.
Put it on.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching us on YouTube, you can totally check it out.
Oh yeah, dude. Catch us randomly because we don't know when the fuck we ever record. We don't have a schedule, dude.
Hey, we're
I mean, the fact
working on
that
it.
Rob even saw us, it's fucking cool because like we never advertise this stuff.
Yeah,
We probably we need to do a better job, man. Like we had our
Hey,
we had our,
it's just
we had someone in
timing,
charge. No, I know, but we were trying to hire someone, but he's too good for it apparently, even though he asked for a fucking job.
So this is
That's
this
good.
is the Conqueror's virtual challenge, right? So you can run anywhere in the world, and they'll give you like this medal. So I'm not sure if you've seen our former friends. They've done these challenges, and it does work here on Guam. So it's pretty cool. So if I click Lord of the Rings right here, like you can literally run any of these, and like it tells you how far these places are. So if I want to do the whole Fellowship, I have to run 680 miles to get this medal.
What's
see
that
it?
98 miles part?
I guess that's a shorter route in a sense. I guess the Eagle route. I don't know. If you've taken
Eagle
the I don't know. But it's pretty interesting. Like literally the Eye of Sauron, 668 miles. That's freaking crazy.
Wait, so you have to run?
So like if I wanted just the Fellowship medal because it looks the coolest, I would click on it. Then it would take me like a year to run 98 miles. So I have to dedicate myself to run 98 or 680 miles to get
Nice.
this medal. So you can literally preface, or you can literally say like, oh, I'll finish this in a year, 2 years, 3 years, then you'll get your medal. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Dude, I
But
can barely
like just to keep it Lord of the Rings theme, I was like, yo, I would freaking do the whole like the Fellowship or the freaking Shire.
dude. I'm out of breath just sitting down here. Mines of Moria is doable for Louis. Dude, I can't even do that, you motherfucker. Like, I think I'm out of breath just drinking fucking beer and chatting here. Like, fuck, man. I need to get in shape, yo. No, this is cool stuff. It's obviously not built for someone like me. For you runners out there, fucking go ham, dude.
Dude,
You run,
yeah,
don't
it's
you?
pretty-
The
yeah,
fuck?
it's pretty interesting. It's a hefty price, but it's worth something.
Well, you gotta
in it.
pay for this shit. You gotta pay to
Yeah,
run.
because it helps the world. You plant trees and stuff.
Wait,
You
what?
You gotta save the. Yeah, it does that too. So you're actually like paying for the medal, but you're also like planting a tree and.
Wait, you're
you know.
physically planting a tree, or
No,
you're
no,
paying for
they're
someone
yeah,
to
you're
plant-
paying for someone to plant a tree.
Okay. I
No,
guess.
it's like saving the planet, so that's good.
I can
Little
save the planet
incentives
without giving my body. Like I don't. I'm not
without
the
giving
real,
my body.
I call myself Bruce Wayne, but I'm not Batman here, folks. Like I could like donate and shit, but I don't have to sacrifice my well-being.
Says the person who did the ice bucket challenge.
Dude, I did the ice bucket challenge. When the fuck did I do that? You know what's funny? It's kind of like stupid because like we do the ice bucket challenge on Guam, but it was fucking refreshing. Like it's unfair, it's an unfair thing. Like it's fucking hot on Guam, obviously. If you did it somewhere where I am now and it's fucking snowing, I get it. Like it makes sense. But like back then, I felt like I just took a bath. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Didn't I
Oh.
call you out on that?
I'm not sure,
I think I did.
but I know I was called out. I know I was called out.
I called out people. I called out Alex, I think. I called out Alex.
That,
I
well,
called
that
out
was
Jan. Called out
that
Jan. He
was
never
a- that
fucking
was
did
a-
it.
that was a time in itself,
I know. He never
But
fucking did
I
it.
just wanted to relate it to like I wouldn't give my body. I'm like I would donate, but I'm like you did give your body and you did donate.
Dude. Yeah, see, I did fucking call this guy out. He didn't do it. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. So trilogies, right?
Yeah, that's I'm just saying like that's about it. Unless you have any other trilogies you do want to talk about, or it's like sagas or whatever.
Shit, man.
But I just thought it was pretty interesting. Like we haven't talked about trilogies. Like
I know.
there are some pretty good ones out there if you guys haven't watched it.
Dude,
like what we said, Toy Story, any of the DreamWorks ones.
The Marine.
The Marine.
I was just kidding, dude. No, that's the one with like John Cena and shit, and like it's like the wrestling thing. Die Hard. Hey, yeah, see, Die Hard. We didn't think about. That one's pretty cool,
Dude, I haven't watched any Die Hard.
You serious?
I'm serious.
Oh wow. Okay, well, Die Hard, I would stop at 4.
4.
Well,
Got it.
don't even. Well, shit. I don't know. Jan, whatever.
Wait, would you do?
Where would you stop? I don't know.
Would you do Indiana Jones with the Shia LaBeouf?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, you'll stop at 3 there.
Stop at the one where his dad, basically.
So 3, yeah.
Well, the new one's coming out. You could skip the 4th one, definitely.
Mm.
I mean, see, even Harrison Ford has a few good ones. Like, he's in a couple, right? Is he not?
Which one?
Like franchises. I feel like he's done a lot.
Damn,
For
that's
some reason.
another topic to talk about. People in a lot of franchises. We can
Harrison
talk about
Ford by
that.
himself. Samuel fucking Jackson. Jeez.
Yeah, we can talk about that. That's a whole different topic right there.
Man, I really don't know. Like,
Hey, at least I know where you stand with trilogies. You're original guy. You're not a prequel guy.
for the
Got it.
most part, I mean, shit. See, I'm trying to think of good ones from before. Terminator. What about Terminator? Where would you stop at Terminator?
Oh
Stop at 2?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Terminator. I think you should stop at 2.
Stop at 2.
Yeah. It just gets too messy.
Convoluted.
Yeah, that's the word too. That
Yeah.
it gets too messy, like with the rest and like where it stands. John
Wick's
Wick, I
pretty
would,
good.
yeah, John Wick's
It's up
pretty
there.
good, but I would stop at 2.
You would?
For John
You don't-
Wick,
You don't
yeah.
like third one?
I don't like the third one.
What? Dude,
Did I
thought
tell
the
you
third
my
one was
story
good.
on the third one?
No.
Okay, so since we're talking about it, like the third one, and shout out to my girlfriend. So like the first time we watched the third one, we literally had to stop like when they were doing the knife scene, when they're throwing knives at each other,
Okay.
because like she had to be home. So we kind of missed the part, so we had to like redo. I had to rewatch it again. So
Right.
that was my John Wick 3 story, but I don't like it because of that. It's just I didn't like the whole universe building.
My dad
I
didn't
like-
like it. Even.
Huh?
Even my dad weirdly didn't like it. He said it was too
Yeah.
much action. I'm like, what? I'm like, what does that mean?
Too much action.
Yeah, I was like, it's like that's all. It's all action. Where's the story? I was like, what are you talking about? The whole trilogy is
Whoa.
a fucking story, dude.
Damn, can we just have your dad here?
Dude, my dad showed me some stuff. Even my mom, like they've shown me a bunch of. I wouldn't have watched Back to the Future without my dad. To be honest with you, so that was one of those. Shit, what's it? There's a bunch of ones in the. Why do I feel like the Goonies? The Goonies wasn't even a trilogy.
No, the Goonies is the Goonies and Back to the Future are like the last untouchable.
No, Goonies
know,
should
like-
be sequelized.
No.
They should get the Goonies.
Well,
sequel.
Ghostbusters had a couple in a sense. If you want to go there,
Man.
you didn't watch. Did you watch the new one? The new
No, I
one?
should. Is it worth it?
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, Kyle didn't say, right? Kyle didn't like it. Was he the one?
I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah, for sure, I feel like that one is a good, an okay trilogy. Like
It's an okay
1,
show.
2, then C3.
Okay.
It gives it. I think I said in this podcast or just in general. Like I did give it like, it gave it kind of like a episode 7 feel, like where they drew back from, prior Star Wars. So it drew back from prior Ghostbusters.
So the Force Awakens formula, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
How about Jurassic Park? What's your take on that? Park or world?
No, I'd say just stop at 1.
Stop at 1.
Stop at 1.
Real?
I'm not really a fan of the other two. Maybe you could make a case for Jurassic World, the first one. I don't know, but I wasn't too in, like I'm not like you where I was super into the Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
Because I liked the first one a lot. Like, it was obviously the best one. But, like, after that, it's kind of like, it's whatever. Blade's a good one. It kind of fumbled with 3 with Ryan Reynolds and shit. Triple H was fucking in that. Do you remember that shit? Dude, he was a vampire, dude. He fucking played
teeth.
Gangrel, dude, in the fucking movie. Yeah. Holy shit, I was just thinking of something.
I wonder what like happened, like what made him do it, you know? Was
Which
it
one?
just like everyone was doing a movie, or like
With
if
Triple
The
H?
Rock can do it? Yeah, like if The Rock can do it,
Honestly,
can.
I don't know. Fuck, it's Triple H. Dude,
No,
they
that's
should've
why I
made
just made my question. Like, what did
the
you do?
Chaperone trilogy. Fuck yeah, dude. You remember that shit?
The Chaperone.
So with Triple H, and then the girl from Modern Family, the younger sister. She was like his daughter there or something. Do you not want? You haven't watched that shit?
No, I haven't.
You should watch it. It's one of those like movies like fucking My Spy or like The Pacifier or like fucking.
It's along those lines.
It's kind of like that, but it's Triple H.
Dang, Triple H has another movie.
Dude, I know.
I didn't know that.
I know, dude.
What
fucking
the
funny,
heck?
but-
That's crazy.
Man,
If you had to,
yeah.
if you had to pick a trilogy from the Marvel or whoever made trilogies already,
In-
who
in
in
the
the
Marvel-
Marvel universe, who would you watch? You can even include the Avengers, like being a trilogy in itself.
Yeah, probably. No, shit. But yeah, probably the Avengers. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Didn't Kane
Reals?
have a movie? Yeah, dude. See No Evil, bro. It was a fucking
I
horror
remember
movie.
that one. Yeah,
That was a good one. It's one of those slasher films. That was a perfect role, dude. Now he's the mayor of Knox County. He is, dude.
yeah, I know. I think I saw that when he was getting inducted. I think
Yeah, Glenn Jacobs,
someone, Undertaker. I think Undertaker said, "I was like, oh, should I introduce you as mayor now?" I think he said that.
Yeah, he is. It's funny as fuck because you see him in a fucking suit and he's
Yeah.
but you're used to him as the big red machine, man.
So you would do Avengers? I think for me, I
I would do Avengers.
I'll do Captain America.
Oh, you would? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That was a solid trilogy, like, where you don't need to know everyone else's. Because Avengers, you need to know everyone else's. So like, for Captain America, it's just obviously like when it's a character person or just a character's movie, like it's obviously concentrated on them. So, that one's pretty good.
Huh. Honestly, I don't know. Hey, dude, Jan, holy fuck! I just realized Better Call Saul's out. I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, No, yeah,
Well,
I'd stick with Avengers. I think I'd stick with Avengers. Yeah, I would. Would you skip part 2, or you have to have part 2?
If you gotta have part 2, then we wouldn't have Multiverse of Madness without Wanda.
Yeah, true. That's true. Okay, makes
Well,
sense. Makes sense.
anything else you want to talk about for trilogies? If you guys have your own trilogies, you guys want to let us know. Like, put it in the comments or
Yeah, I
put us
mean,
on our Insta.
I was
whatever.
thinking of something just earlier. I'm blanking as fuck now. I don't know anymore what I'm thinking about. Holy shit. I was thinking of something. I really don't remember. Spider-Man, dude. The Spider-Man trilogy. Not Tom Holland. I'm talking about Toby's. Would you
That's a
put that up
solid-
there?
in my top 5. No,
At
but
least in the top 10 at least. Like I would think.
for you, I know it's probably up there.
It's up there. Yeah, I would say it's up there.
Maybe it'll probably sneak in. Sure. If I had to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like one of those where the third one's not the best one, but it's still enjoyable.
I think that's the funny part about trilogies is like what you mentioned earlier. It has this a degrading or a deteriorating factor. Like it just
Yeah.
gets less and less rather
Yeah.
than up and up. So it's like, what can movies do to get it up and up? And I'm pretty sure they have these
it's hard.
conversations, like
It's hard, honestly. I mean, we're people that just talk about this stuff. We act like we, doing it this way will make it easier, but we really don't know. Dude, we're just
Yeah.
we're pretty much just talking like, hey, yeah, that one sucked. Like, if they did it this way, maybe it would have been better. But we're talking hindsight here. Third had the best memes. Yes, if we're talking about Spider-Man, fuck yeah, dude. Dude, and had the privilege of like it being made into a game. And then have you ever seen that meme of like the lady on and like tied up in a fire? And then like Spider-Man like kind of falls and she's like, oh no, and then it just blows up. Have you seen that meme? You haven't seen that meme? Dude, it's fucking funny, dude. I'm gonna fucking find it. But yeah, anyways, anything else before we wrap up? We're kind of like going down
memory lane.
Yeah, I don't know what else to
No, but I'm glad that I was able to get your thoughts on trilogies because, like I said, if Kyle was here, I bet he would have had some good trilogies in mind.
I'm pretty sure he would have had
watches.
something. There's no Oldboy trilogy.
He'll be on that. Oldboy 2, Oldboy 3, Oldboy, Olderboy, Oldestboy,
Oldestboy. There we go.
It'll go all the way up to there.
Old. Yeah, that's
older, oldest boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. I don't know if you can see this. I'm just gonna make you watch like this part real quick, and then we'll wrap it up here. I don't know if you've seen this. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Help! Please! Someone! I'm going to die!
Let's shit.
It's just funny, bro. Oh man. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's everything for us today. We really we kind of went all out without Kyle, surprisingly. I mean, we kept talking.
So catch us next time. Thank you for listening to the Spit Talk podcast.
Dude,
catch
I
us on
know.
our next episode. Follow us on Instagram at the Spit Talk Podcast for any updates, or if I do update it.
Yeah, bro.
Once again,
dude.
hey, we're all busy. Once again, we are Aaron, Jan, and absent Kyle. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
I forgot this last time, so I'm gonna play it now. Jan called us out on this shit, so I'm just gonna fucking play it.